What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Digital Deliberation. I am your host, Roman. We are back again for another episode. And as always, if you guys like what you hear, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share this to anyone who want to hear this, and comment, engage. A lot of engagement going on in the social media, not so much the YouTube, but yeah, that's what it is. It is what it is. But let's get into it though. Follow-up news. eBay rejects GameStop's takeover offer as neither credible nor attractive. But they sold a $68,000 Charizard for you. So yeah, let's get into it, man. In the latest chapter of the GameStop wants to buy eBay saga, eBay has decisively rejected what they refer to as a proposal that is neither credible nor attractive. Looks like GameStop and eBay won't be joining forces to dominate the Pokemon trading card market after all. Perhaps you can stop selling $5,000 Pokemon packs now, GameStop. So yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if y'all know the meme about half credit, half cash situation. But because a lot of people was like the same question I was proposing, but like understanding like where are you getting this money from? Because like I said, like knowing your history, you should not have that. And his response to how he's gonna pay for it is half cash, half credit. That's it. Not really explicitly explaining like if you're gonna get a loan from somewhere or someone else is fronting the money or whatever. So it just sounded like he just wanted to do something and did not know how to execute the plan. I don't know, but there you go for my eBay shoppers and sellers. Guess we ain't gotta worry about GameStop coming in here and dominating the market to make it Pokemon trading website, because scalpers and stuff. But that means they could get in on the hustle to sell their cards instead of letting other people sell their cards on eBay. They will control eBay, so most likely they would probably be the ones who have that monopoly over selling cards. But whatever. Yeah. Stellar Blade sequel might be multi-platform, and here's why that's the right move. So this is a long ass article, but in a nutshell, I'm gonna explain my side of why that's the right move. But let's go. Let's go with this one. So Stellar Blade had a strong launch on PS5 in April 2024, selling 1 million copies by the end of June. So it took them about 2 months, made that milli. Not bad. 2 months, I guess. It had an even stronger launch on PC though, hitting 1 million copies in just 3 days, bro. We even had to wait a week. He was already outselling y'all. All told, recent estimates PG Stellar Blade at 6.1 million lifetime sales, with about a 60-40 split between PS5 and PC sales. The delay strategy worked out here for Sony and shipped up as Stellar Blade found renewed interest on PC. The same can't be sold for other PS5 console exclusive. In fact, Sony is seemingly shifting away from PC releases entirely, as they just haven't been selling well enough, despite their predecessors eventually landing on PC. So this part is important right here. That's not entirely true, because as you can see, when PC players get these Sony exclusives, we buy them. Usually when these games came out, if you go on like the highest selling game on Steam or whatever, are usually those Sony games. Yeah, the thing about PC players is they will not buy a console. Like hardcore PC players will not buy a console, which means they are willing to lose out on these exclusive if it means upholding their integrity of like subscriptions to play online and game passes and all of these other stuff where all you have to do on PC is just buy a game and you play it. And most of the time Steam usually have a lot of sales going on. You could get most of these games lower than what they should be. So that's already an upstart. So we are willing to sit and wait. Once we get it, we're gonna go out for it. Now, granted, Stellar Blade is not the best example. Stellar Blade is a good game, but we all know the other reason why this game sold out so fast for the PC players. But same thing going for GTA. And we already know it most likely will happen with GTA6. But when GTA5 came out, it took like a year or so till it came out on PC, and that version skyrocketed as well. Mostly because, you know, the mods and the RP servers that everyone can do. You can do so much more in the game. And also it's a way to, again, give the shaft to the companies who all the people who we showed in the last report. All the people buying shark cards was mostly console players. It was barely PC players, because why should we have to pay real money because you're making the grind so hard for us to play the game? So we could just mod the money ourselves and just enjoy the game the way it should be enjoyed. So there's that. So Sony is trying to go on this whole little campaign that, you know, we're stepping away from PC because we're not really selling that well on PC. So there's no point going there when PC outdid your game barely a week, and it took you guys 2 months to do that. So clearly something ain't right. Sony again is just, I don't know, man. They being weird. They trying to cut what it was is that originally they thought Xbox was falling because we lost Phil Spencer. Game Pass prices was going up and it was getting shaky for the community. I know a lot of people who stopped buying Game Pass because it wasn't no longer profitable for them, so it didn't make sense. So Xbox was losing a lot of faith from their players. So, and then when we got Asha again, we assumed that, oh, y'all gonna bring in the AI girl who knows nothing about gaming or Xbox. Like, she's not a hardcore gamer. She just plays like here and there. She admitted that. So it's like Xbox is screwed. So they wanted to capitalize on bringing all their games back. So people be like, oh, Sony, Sony players. I don't know y'all believe this or not, but you know, the Sony PlayStation console is like the industry plant of video game consoles. Like, it's literally just a name, honestly. The last time y'all was like good was PS2. The original Xbox was solid. I gave up my PS2 for the original Xbox because more options. You can actually have 4 controllers already put in the port instead of buying a multi-tap. Internal hard drive instead of buying a memory card. Like all the stuff, like Sony was nickel and diamond since day one. What else? You could put your own music in your Xbox, so you can have a custom soundtrack when you play games like Midnight Club. Soundtrack is nice, but what if you had your own soundtrack to drop to? You can do it. So there was that, and then 360, of course, was no comparison hardware wise. It was stronger. The multiplayer was a lot better because Sony was constantly getting hacked. PS4, the only reason why PS4 won is because of the DRM situation, which of course, if Sony would have went first, because they were going to do the same exact DRM, but because Xbox went first, because timeline added up, Xbox screwed themselves up. And also Xbox was doing that weird stuff with everything. Not everything is Xbox, but your Xbox is everything. You can watch TV in there, because they were doing the whole, like, one part of the screen can be like you watching a TV show and the other part is you playing the actual game. That was actually a cool feature, but it made your Xbox slow as hell. So they were doing too much, and you always gotta have a Kinect. That was the reason why I didn't get an Xbox when it first came out. I wasn't gonna get neither the Xbox One or the PS4 when it came out, because they both were sounding horrible. They both didn't have no good launch games. But once Xbox was like, all right, we take it all back, I was like, all right, why not? Because everybody I know is gonna be on Xbox regardless. So when it comes to online gaming, like, all right, we all gonna be on Xbox regardless. It's just a matter of the Xbox gotta be worth getting. So PlayStation is just people. It's just a household name. It's just an easier way to say, like an easier name. It rolls off the tongue. It's just more marketable sounding. Get a PlayStation instead of an Xbox. Like the PlayStation just sounds like a gaming console. Like to get the PlayStation, like it sounds like what it is. So, but PlayStation ain't been good for some time now. And then now y'all up in the price on all consoles actually up the price. I recently Nintendo Switch actually. I did put this on the notes, but I think sometime September, if I'm not mistaken, the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to increase $50 more. So anyone who don't have a Switch 2 yet and has been on the fence this whole time, now is the time to either commit to it or just give it up, unless you just somehow just end up stumbling upon some money within that time period. But all these consoles is going up in prices, so there you go. But yeah, so when most of these console exclusives hit PC, they always sell well because we can do more, and not only that, we are willing to support these games. If you always go to like the top 10 selling games on PC, PS5 or whatever, it's usually the same 2K, Call of Duty, Minecraft. I don't know how that's still top selling, Roblox and whatnot. I think the only exclusive game I think of last year that was top 10 was Ghost of Yotei. Like, y'all don't support your own games. Hostile Blade wasn't up there because it took out 3 months to get the game. Like, come on. So, and I heard the game, like I said, I heard the game is very solid too. So, goes to show. So don't let Sony try to make it seem like, oh, we're just not selling on PC, man. So we're just gonna keep everything on PlayStation. And my other point I was gonna say, because of the Xbox is gonna be the next Xbox is gonna be a hybrid console and PC. Theoretically, it's supposed to, because I believe it's supposed to have Steam also integrated, from what I heard. So theoretically, all the PlayStation games that's already on Steam, you'll have on your Xbox. You'll have your Xbox games, and you'll have PC games on your Xbox. So they didn't want that to happen as well. So that's why they pulling their games away, because they like, no, Xbox is not gonna have. We gave you our games. We gave you Halo. We gave you Gears. We gave you Forza. We gave you, what's the other one? Sea of Thieves. And funny enough, I think Sea of Thieves is like one of the highest selling games on PlayStation as well. Like, I want our games more than y'all want your own games. So don't let Sony spin this narrative on y'all. This one is important because it's a situation of two ain't adding up. At the same time, it's a situation of people are playing in your face. Bank of America. Why? The Bank of America analysis says GTA6 should be $80, so it doesn't make everyone else's $70 game look bad. The industry will have difficulty selling games for $80 if GTA came out at $70. I don't even need to read the whole article to let you know what this sounds like. But plain and simple, they want game prices to go up so they can make more money off of their investments or whatever stake they have in these. Because why is Bank of America talking about video games? So they have some kind of investment going on here. They want the prices of games to go up. So as I mentioned last time that it was rumored GTA to be $100. And like I said, the way y'all preaching and praising for this game to come out, if y'all let this happen, then yeah, they can easily bump a game. Cause what was it? There was Nintendo games that was originally coming out at $80, if I'm not mistaken. But of course that was like, nah, we ain't doing that. But GTA did it, and they were like, oh, and especially GTA sells high. The way people are prepared to pay for GTA, they're like, oh, so y'all willing to pay this much for games? So we're gonna raise the price of all these games. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. And like I said, for Sony, I mean not Sony, PC players, we already know because it's most likely gonna be a year delayed till we get the game. Then again, most likely we probably gonna get the game cheap. And not only that, I don't know if y'all remember, for my PC players, when GTA 5 was free on Epic, it literally shut down the whole what you call it? It shut down the Epic. I want to. What the hell's the name? Fuck. I don't know, brain fog. But it shut down the whole Epic store. You couldn't even log in to like use it. So that's how much like we are willing to wait for the best deal possible to get certain games. Like we can hold out, but so it's all on console players. Yo, if GTA comes out 80, I mean 70 is already coming, whatever. But GTA come out 80, and if sells high, just I don't want to hear no videos. I don't see no videos about, yo, man, back in the days when gaming used to be $60, man, we had it good. And it was like, the reason why it increases because you are allowing them to increase it. You see them increase it, don't support it. Vote with your wallet. Don't pay for these games at full price. Like, that's it. So it's all on you guys. Y'all want to spend $80 on a game? Don't be shocked when the rest of the gaming market goes up to $80 because like I said, all the consoles are already going up. Nintendo's is about to be the last one to play catch up and up their price too, because y'all boy is tripping out here. So it's all on you guys. It's all on you guys. All right, so just a quick pick. I'm just here to rant a little bit. Don't mind me. But these are the 100 best games of all time. Now, I don't know how they are engaging best games, as in like best selling, or just what they think bar for bar is like, yo, this game is it. I'm gonna just go down to like top 5 just to show you. No thanks. Just to show you, but how this is number 11 is crazy, but whatever. Number 1. So what they think is one of the probably the greatest game of all time is Elden Ring. I know a lot of you Elden people may think so. Personally, me, I'm not into these games. I told you before, I'm not into the setting. I don't like this setting, so it's not it for me. So I'll take your word for it. Number 2, Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, I have this game. I have not played it. I heard good things about it, but do y'all think this is the second greatest game of all times? Y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know. Number 3, Baldur's Gate 3, another one. I actually have played this game. I have beaten it. I forced myself to beat it because the setting, again, I tried to get into it. I enjoyed it for what it was, but is it in my top 10 of my personal top 10, top 20 list? No. But they say this is the 3rd greatest game of all times. I know a lot of people like this game. This one game of the year. I don't know if this one game of the year. In 2018. I gotta find out who won Game of the Year in 2018. This one controversial right here. The Last of Us, number 4. I know a lot of people like, man, it's just another generic third-person shooter game. But Last of Us was solid. One of the few times a game made me want to purchase a console. I got a PS3 just so I could play The Last of Us, and another game. But yeah, one of the games that I have played multiple times to do all of the not the achievements, but like to beat all the I kind of was trying to get all the achievements. I beat on all the difficulties, got all the collectibles, and the multiplayer was very, very, very good. And the multiplayer works for someone like me. My play style when I play multiplayer games is the reason why it's hard for me to team up with people, because no one don't really play like how I play. Usually people follow a meta of some sort, But Last of Us is literally like, yo, you have to use the environment to survive. You have limited resources, and the bullet, the shooting is kind of more realistic in the sense of like you got to make your shots count because you could be screwed over. So you really got to know how to time your shots, use the environment to duck out of situations, not be in a firefight. Don't, like, this game is not for firefights. Like, you got to know, like, yo, if I got this person, I could take him out and get out quickly before someone else try to get in. That's how I play, because I really like, I try to, like, I'm gonna take y'all down one by one type shit. So I love it. I remember I did and I wasn't, this is before I was streaming and everything, man. I had a clutch with my whole team died, and I think it was like 4 of their team members left, and it was just me. I took them all down one by one, just picking them all off. Like, yo, this is my environment. So the second game didn't even come with multiplayer, and then they was gonna do a multiplayer spin-off, but they canceled it. Whatever. Number 5 is GTA 5. How would GTA 4 exist when San Andreas exists? This is not the best Grand Theft Auto game, bro. This shit is mid. Oh my lord. Whatever. The reason why I'm mad though, because we scroll all the way up. Where is it? Where's peak gaming? Number 46. Number 46. This is easily in my top 10. And I say when I break it down into eras, because I go with my childhood era, like what's the greatest game then, go with my teenage era, what's the greatest game then, and like the modern where I'm at now in my life, this is the greatest game I ever played. There's no game better than this. How is this number 46? I would even, like, if it was in the top number 10, cool. 46. This is the first time, and I made plenty of videos about it. I'm gonna go ahead and thirst over Cyberpunk some more because people need to play some Cyberpunk. This is the first time where like I said, like games like Boulder Gate, I did it with The Witcher 3 as well, where I had to force myself to beat the game just because I spent the money on the game. And it's like, I can't refund it because, usually there's that grace period on Steam, like, oh, you can't refund it now. You played it too long. So it's that situation of like, all right, I beat it. I mean, I got it. I'm stuck with it. So let me just beat it. Did the same thing with Cyberpunk. I didn't have no intentions of playing Cyberpunk, mostly because CD Projekt Red made it. Excuse me. And I played Witcher 3. Like I said, I had to force myself to beat this game. So I was like, if they making games like that where I gotta force myself to beat these games, I don't know if I want it. I had a friend on Steam who was just like, yo, this is my most anticipated game of all time. I've been waiting for this game since it got announced, blah, blah, blah. He's hyping it up to the ceiling. And I'm like, I don't know nothing about this game for the most part. All I know is the controversy that it was supposed to be a third-person game, but they made it first-person. That's mostly all I knew. That was like the little controversy that was going on in the game. And I was like, all right, whatever. Game came out, release date, bought it. Day one. And y'all know about day one Cyberpunk. Y'all know about day one. If y'all was there in the trenches, then y'all know this was one of the most broken games ever. One of the few times where a game, like, even like I said, I compared this to Sonic 06. I didn't have that much problems with Sonic 06. That's why I get Sonic 06 praise, because it was a decent game and I didn't have most of the bugs and glitches that everyone talked about. So when you got the game as that, it's a decent game. So that's why I enjoyed it for what it was. And it was also like the first game I got with my 360. So that's like a core bond for me of like, no, this is one of the first games I got, and it was solid. This game, the bugs and glitches are shooting across the map. I'm actually getting booted out the game. It crashed on me. So it was one of those times I was like, yo, can I even finish this game if I wanted to? So I finished the game, beat it, but for some reason, and I said, the game spoke to me. Some reason I couldn't uninstall this game. Like, usually I beat the game. I gotta save some space. Uninstall. I did not uninstall this game. I had it sat in my hard drive for like a year. And I'm just trying to figure out, what is it about this game? I spent like the whole year just thinking about this game. Not playing it, just thinking about, why is it still here? And funny enough, stars aligned. I was like, all right, I'm gonna play this game again. during that same time I said I was gonna do it, that update came that fixed majority of the issues. Came when they fixed the game up, so the game was even better now. And I was like, oh, now I can see why this game is good, and I can also see why I played this game wrong. I was trying to play this game just to beat the game, get through it. I didn't understand about building your whole character and what kind of play style you want. I had my first character, which is like I had raised up all the stats, but it's certain games that if you try to raise up all the stats, you're gonna realize you can't match everything out because the game's not meant to be played like that. So I'm like, oh, let me actually think about this. Let me actually immerse myself. And that's when I figured out why I couldn't leave this game alone. This game has one of the greatest open world, like the world itself ever. Like, it's so immersive. Like, you could literally sit there and just like feel like you can live in there. Like, it's, I don't know, I can't explain it. I can come back to this world over and over again. I've beaten this game so many times. I got this game on PC and Xbox, beating it multiple times on both consoles. I'm currently doing another playthrough right now. This is my game, bro. I don't know. So 46 is crazy to me, but it is what it is. If y'all got a top 10, top 5 game list, y'all let me know. I don't know if I might do a video of my top 10 games or whatever of all time someday, but there you guys go. Look, Left 4 Dead 2 is up here. This is craziness. Vice City is 37, but y'all got GTA 5 as 5. Craziness. Fortnite 27. Just a battle royale. Ain't nothing good about this game. Yeah, I'm gonna stop though. But yeah, man, that's been it. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Enjoy my ranting, my ramblings, and as always, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. And until next episode.
They don't want me in the city at night. They don't want me in the city at night. It's my city and it might get shitty and it might get gritty in the morning.